Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, this is Mrs. M. And if you haven't, make sure you click the link below to register for my channel. That way you receive all the information on what you need to do to build your cleaning business to six figures and beyond. So, I thought about something today. And what I thought about was, when we get started in this journey with cleaning, I know when I got started, years ago, the very first time I got started, I thought it was going to be easier, but it was harder than I expected. And I know that I get quite a few students that sign up with our various courses with our academy, and they are sometimes surprised at the amount of work that is required to actually get to the point that what they want to achieve. So the point of success to them, it depends on if you're measuring success by how many contracts you have, or the amount of money you have, or the freedom. You have your own measuring stick. But I know there are quite a few individuals that never thought it would be this hard. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about, let me give you 3 things you can do when it gets hard. What do you do when it's harder than you expected, or when it really gets hard? So the first thing I would suggest, and these are all things that I've actually done. Now, I've heard people say, make decisions, never make a decision based on where you are, but where you want to be in the future. Never in your current situation. Now, that's a little bit tricky, because if I do not have the money, I can't make a decision based on what I think I'm going to have in the future, just completely. Now, you can add a little bit in there, but if I'm looking at marketing, for instance, thousands of dollars a month, but in my current situation I have the money, I very well can't do that. But there is a way that I can market, even if I have to stay up all night, for free. I can actually do blogging and podcast and all kinds of things I can do at no extra cost when it comes to advertising. So there is no excuse. You will not find any excuses on my channel. This is the no excuse zone. So you're not going to get that sympathy from me, because I'm letting you know it can be done. And once you make that decision, you can actually make it happen. So what are the 3 things you can do when you feel it's harder than what you expected? 1, I want you to know that there's someone else that's been in your situation that made it happen. The very situation you're in right now, when you're thinking it's harder than you expected, they did as well, but they decided to plow through because, number 2, they had their reason why, posted somewhere that they could see it every single day. So the second thing is, I've said this before, if you looked at any of my videos, you know I'm a why person. Why? You've got to know your why. Have your why posted where you can see it every single day, every hour. You definitely want to do this. Now, I've heard individuals that have taken photos of something they want to see so they can see it, visualize it. They've done visualization boards, vision boards. They've written checks. I did that. I actually took a check. I wrote out a certain amount of money and I put a year on it, a year from the date of the check. And I wrote the check to myself and I signed it and put it into my purse. And I pulled that check out every day and looked at it. Now, I heard Jim Carrey did this, the comedian Jim Carrey, and I thought that was a marvelous idea, because it really gave me the idea that if I continued on this path, this amount of money that I'm looking at is going to be in my account. Guess what? I didn't reach it the first year, but I did reach it 6 months after that. Now, if I had stopped in that first year and said, well, I didn't get it, oh well, then I wouldn't be where I am now. So after the year went by, and it was a large amount of money, I didn't go small. I said, run with the big dogs, either stay on the porch, or go back in the home or house or whatever that saying is. In other words, you want to be all in. Okay? So that's number 2. Number 3, I always say burn the bridge. Burn whatever. I remember I put a date I was going to quit on the calendar of my manager. It was I think this was maybe March, and I put in December my last day on his calendar. Now, that was bold, but I am that kind of person. I said, I'm going all in or I'm going home. There is no in between. So it was harder than I expected. It took more time than I expected. It took more perseverance than I expected. So I am telling you, it is going to be harder than you expect if you really wanted to change your life and the others around you. It is definitely going to be harder. It's going to take more resources. It's going to take more time than you ever could imagine. But oh, is it so sweet when you get there, because it gives you a feeling of accomplishment that you cannot even begin to talk about, because you put a goal out there, you put the goal out there, you put it up, you made up a decision that you were going to reach that goal, and you did. So if you'd like to know more about the mindset and all of this and how I set up systems, how I was able to make that $30,000 in my cleaning business in 60 days, I think it was like 58 or something, but it was definitely within 60 days, then this is what I'd love for you to do. If you want to know more on that, what I did, how I persevered, and how I was consistent, and what I teach my students, actual students that we have in our academy, then register below for my Learn How I Made $30,000 in 60 days in my cleaning business. Register for my Learn How I Made $30,000 in 60 days in my cleaning business masterclass. I would love to teach you what I actually teach my students, and it is something that there's going to be some golden nugget you can take down on a piece of paper and pen and implement it that day. Now, it is a live masterclass. Space is limited, and I love to stay on until all the questions are answered. Now, if this is something that I know can help you, then take the time to register and then attend, okay? You've got to follow through to get there. But if you're serious about building your business to 6 figures and beyond, this masterclass will put you on the path to doing that. So register for my Learn How I Made $30,000 in 60 days in my cleaning business masterclass. I would love to see you there. And remember, until next time, take care and be safe. Bye-bye.